Sorry guys, for some reason my timer on my phone isn't working, so like that's why I was silent, trying to make sure I got some type of thumbnail. But hey y'all, I am doing a breakfast mukbang. I got some pancakes, blueberry pancakes, cheese egg, turkey sausage, and some maple syrup that I heated up. Let's put it all up in here. Yeah, so I feel so bad that I did not really talk too much about Halloween. I said I was gonna share stories, but honestly, y'all, I got so sick. I've been like so, and I got my mug. It's only just water in here. Just water. And y'all, I just was not feeling well, sick, so I couldn't even do what I wanted to do. I got like a bunch of Halloween stuff just sitting in the corner, and I feel so awful. Like, oh, I didn't do what I wanted to do, but bees like that sometimes. So I'm gonna share with you guys my little experiences. But let me get into this food first before I start getting cold. You know, some blueberry pancakes. These are like Eggo waffle pancakes. Man, I haven't tried these Eggo waffle pancakes. I've had Eggo waffles. The soft and fluffy ones are really good. I like those if you cook them well. Those are really good. Never had these blueberry pancakes. I like blueberry. Like pancakes, waffles, whatever. I just like blueberry. So trying these first. Okay. There go. I can dig it. Some cheese eggs. Ah, the cheese is falling. My hand is hot. Ah, it's burning. Nate just went to work. Not too long ago. And we were supposed to do it together, but I had to do my Power review. I had to watch Power, do the review, and all that. So, I did 2 parts for my Power review. So, these aren't the Costco ones, the chicken ones that I got from Costco. These are just the Johnsonville that are delicious. They're still my favorite. Costco turkey sausages, not Costco. They're not the Costco. They're the Johnsonville turkey sausages, and they're really good. Really, really tasty. Well, let me try some. These hash browns are, I mean, it's hard to mess up a hash brown, but these are Trader Joe's hash browns. They come in like a 10-pack. I don't know, you can go to like all these and get like a 20, 30 pack. Nice one. Small pack. So yeah, couldn't do it with Nate because he had to eat in a hurry and rush off to work. So I'm just doing my mukbang all by my lonesome. That's fine. I'm just us. I'm not alone. I have y'all. Hanging out, kicking it, eating, and chilling. You know what? Y'all like hot sauce on my eggs. These are cheese eggs. I put some extra sharp cheddar cheese omelet. Sometimes I'll put veggies in my omelet, but today I did not, so I'm just trying to get to it. I'm hangry. It's like brunch, more towards brunch, lunchtime, and I'm just eating for the first time because I was doing my review and watching Power. So my first meal of the day. My next meal of the day will not be for several hours. It'll be a ways from now. It's probably not gonna be till Nate comes home, and I got a whole chicken jerking in the fridge, marinating, getting all them seasonings, getting in good. It's gonna be delicious. I'll mukbang that too, or I'll try to mukbang that too. Yeah, some saucy salt. Well, as I said, I will share a ghost story. I'm not gonna do one of my original writings today, but I will be sharing that soon. I want to edit it a bit more because I do write horror. Like, I write horror, I actually write erotica, I write a lot of stuff. And I would love to share that with y'all, but, you know, I have to put a disclaimer in the beginning if it's like erotica. But, go another bite. It's got some turkey on there, too. These sausages are good, y'all. The Jones ones from Costco are very tasty. Like, I reached in the... I don't eat breakfast a lot. Nate is the one who eats breakfast a lot. I reached and grabbed that bag out of the deep freezer, and I promise y'all, I felt like only 10 sausages were in there, and it had like 5. I gave my mom 10 so she could try them out. Nate's been begging all the breakfast stuff, and I didn't know because he sometimes, when he opens for work, he just eats a lot of breakfast stuff, and I didn't realize that we were like, I'm like, okay, well, we got to go back to Costco, but we have so much other food that we need to finish off, and the holidays are coming around, so we'll see, y'all. We'll see. And next time I'll try to take y'all along with me to Costco because I'd be hyped going to Costco. It'd be fun. I'm like, oh my God, this is food. Yeah. My fat ass, no. Yeah. I'm good. So, okay. Story time. So, I'll tell y'all about the first time that I ever feel like I encountered any like type of supernatural anything. When me and my family, I'm the youngest of 6 on my mom's side. So we were moving in. This was our second, like, I lived in Wisconsin for a few years. Milwaukee, to be exact. And this was the second place we lived in. Actually, no, let me back that up. Let me tell you about the first place we lived in. Because that shit was haunted. I don't know why when we moved to Wisconsin, we just kept living in haunted ass places. I don't know what that was about. So, the first place we lived in, I believe was on Juno. Or first place I remember. Because I didn't live in Wisconsin for that long. There's a lot of back and forth, but I mostly lived in Chicago. But I remember I got family out there and we would just go back and forth. But the first place, I believe, was Juno. And there was a lady in our mirror. And we used to have one of those closets where there was a mirror, double door mirror, open up, like, I think like a bed in there, if I remember correctly. And first time I saw anything was there was just this lady in the mirror. It was like an all white lady. And that's the first time I ever remember seeing anything like supernatural ghosts. I used to always have, like, and I was very, very young. I was like 5, 4. It was 89, so I was like 4. So yeah. And I wasn't the only person that saw her. So some of my other siblings saw her as well. So it wouldn't be like being a 4-year-old but what 4-year-old just imagines ghosts? I don't know, but whatever. But that was the first time I ever saw that I can recall because I was so young. And the next time was in our next house on Orchard in Wisconsin. And we had just moved in. We were moving all the stuff in. We had an attic, which my brother Emmanuel lived in, or was staying in, or that was his space. So he had a studio and stuff for art and all that stuff up there too. But we had just moved in, and I remember me and my sister were walking up the stairs, and I had one of my toys in my hand, and it was like kind of like bobbleheadish toy or whatever that would play music. And it required, you know, batteries and stuff, but it's just like, it was like it's like little keyboard-ish, not really a keyboard, but you like pressed on it and like played notes or whatever. And it had these little bobbly heads on it. And I remember we were walking up the stairs, we got to the top of the stairs, and all I heard was and my toy didn't sound like that. It was like clink, 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 clink. But that noise came out of that toy. And I was sitting there looking at it because me and my siblings were always trying to scare each other and freak each other out. But this wasn't the case at this point. There was no possible way that could be the case at that point anyway. I mean, my sister. So she was like, stop playing. I was like, I didn't do that, I told her. And then we turned it over. Absolutely no batteries were in it. I had not touched it. I was just carrying it upstairs to the attic because I was kind of done playing with the toy because it was like stupid. So she freaked out. My sister freaked out. I started crying. She grabs the little bobblehead keyboardy thingy and she throws it to the back of the fucking attic, like, because she's like freaked out, and she runs, she jets, and she leaves. I'm standing at the top of the stairs crying. And then we had the attic, the way it was made, there was like a staircase up to the attic, and then there was a window at the bottom. So like if you fell down those stairs, you kind of could fall out the window, and I don't know if you die, but you could fall out. It was kind of dangerous the way it was made. But yeah, so I'm standing at the top of the stairs crying because I don't know, I can't move because I'm freaking out. So then my sister runs back and grabs me, and we run back downstairs, and that's my memory of that. So, but during my whole life, I've always felt like always sensitive to certain things. More so when I was younger, and then during certain times, and just with certain people, certain stuff, certain things, I'm just sensitive, overly sensitive, like, to things, or people, or stuff. So, that was that, and I used to have, like, the worst nightmares in that house, and when we lived in that house, because I used to have night terrors anyway, so, I was very prone. And I guess certain places brought out certain sensitivity in me. And that place was one of them. So during my whole life, it was just like that. So I'll share one more little story. I have other stories, but I'll share this one that was pretty freaky to me. When I had, long ago, I was engaged very young, and I had moved to New York, and I was living with my, we weren't engaged at the time, I just moved to New York, and we weren't engaged at the time, but I moved in with him, or whatnot, and we actually were living with his mom. I was all of 18, and we lived in this house in Queens, New York City, and yeah, so I just remember when I used to have like bad dreams in there, and I remember one night specifically, I didn't know nothing about this place where we were staying at. I didn't know nothing about this house, none of the history, just a disclaimer. And one night I woke up out of my sleep, and I know they call it sometimes like sleep paralysis, where you wake up but you can't move. That has happened to me sometimes before too. And all that. So, wake up, and my ex he's sleeping, obviously, and I see someone walking over towards his side of the bed and standing over him. It's just like this old man standing over him, and I'm looking at him, and he looks over at me, and I'm like paralyzed with fear, and I'm like gasping for air, can't breathe or nothing. I mean, I don't know what the hell this was, but it was just like terrifying to me. And yeah. And I just remember I see him trying to touch him, or just standing over him and trying to reach for him, and I'm gasping. And I'm like out of it. And then I'm like freaking out, and I'm like panicking, breathing. And then I eventually like wake up a little bit. I don't know if I pass back out or if I wake up immediately. It was a while ago, but I remember everything else from that. And then I told my ex what happened. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, there was someone standing over you. And I couldn't move, and I could see them, but I just couldn't move. I couldn't say anything. Last bite, y'all. And I'll finish my story. Hash brown, pancake, eggs, sausage. So, yeah. I told him that, and I described what the man looked like to me. And he was like, what? Turns out there was a man years ago who lived in that space where we were, and he died there. And I was like, and who I described sounded like this man, because his mom, she knew of who lived there before, and he talked to his mom. Well, he actually, before like any of this even happened, he just knew the stuff, and no one had told me anything beforehand. They're like, oh, by the way, someone died up in here, or whatever. But I freaked him out because I told him and described someone that I had absolutely no knowledge of previously and everything, but yet I saw him. But honestly, I never saw him again. I only saw him that one time when we were living there. We moved out shortly after, but it was very intense. It was a very intense situation for me when it did happen, indeed. And again, I've always been pretty sensitive to certain things. Just always. And I've had so many moments in my life, certain dreams, certain things. And a lot of people are like that, where they're like sensitive or hypersensitive, and they can see into certain stuff. And it just is what it is. And yeah, you get certain vibes and see certain auras around people, or you don't like certain people for a certain reason. You don't know why right away, but eventually it'll tell you, or certain things will tell you, or you see certain things before they even happen. And I've saw that before too. Maybe I'll share some of those stories. And honestly, I can have people backing me up of where I was a child, so why would I have such a clever mind to like, oh, I saw this, this, and this, and then that shit happens. What was I to gain from there? It's not a child's imagination. This is like certain things that would happen, like where there was absolutely no way of me absolutely knowing any of it, but yet I saw it before it even happened. And yeah, y'all, I wish I could see more stuff into my future. That's the one thing. I don't really see things into me when it comes to me. I can see others, stuff with others, or I can get a vibe off of someone and it'll tell me not to be around the person. But I can't clearly see a lot of, but that's curse gift type thing, you know. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And my mukbang. I hope I didn't creep nobody out. But that's a part of me and some stuff. And I will be back. I don't know when I'm releasing this video. Because I already released a couple videos already today. But yeah, I will see y'all later. Love you, love you, love you. Hopefully by the time I release this, maybe I'll be at 100 subscribers and I will have done my giveaway, but we don't know. I might release this in the next couple of days. So see you later. Love you. Peace. Bye.